Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our Amos Alonzo Stagg Division III National Championship game preview between the St. Thomas Tommies and the Mount Union Purple Raiders. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with St. Thomas.
When you look at the Tommies on offense, you know their game plan is heavily centered around their outstanding tailback, Brenton Braddock. This guy runs with a purpose. I love the way he finishes runs and is a very underrated receiver out of the backfield. They're going to give him the football 25 to 30 times this ball game. But they're going to need Matt O'Connell, the quarterback, to make plays in the passing game and protect the football. He also is a very good athlete and keeps plays alive with his legs, but he's going to have to make those throws down the field to keep that defense honest. Now, you look at the defense of St. Thomas, and you look at their outstanding linebacker, Tremaine Williams. This guy is always around the football, and they're going to have to stop the run. You want to make Mount Union one-dimensional, and that just leaves everything open for your outstanding secondary. And we know Chinny OG is one of the best playmakers around the football in all of Division III. So they're going to need a team effort defensively in order to knock off the Purple Raiders. Now let's move over to Mount Union in this ball game. And when you look at their outstanding receiver, Jasper Collins, continuing the lineage of big play receivers coming out of Mount Union, he may be the next guy to go into the NFL draft. I like the way he snaps off the line of scrimmage, plucks the ball out of the air, and is dangerous after the catch. And you have to talk about quarterback Kevin Burke. What I saw last week in that ball game versus Mary Hardin Barely is a guy that got hot late in the game. Passes were jumping off his arm and was throwing with some accuracy downfield. You're going to need that this week versus a very talented secondary in St. Thomas. Now let's look at the defensive side of the football. And when you look at their outstanding defensive end, Matt Fetchko, the way this guy plays the game is the reason why the Purple Raiders were able to come back last week versus Mary Hardin Baylor. This guy just lives in the backfield. 5 sacks on the season, 11 TFLs, and he's going to have to be that disruptive force this week versus that Tommy's running game and Brenton Braddock. And you look at linebacker Charles Dussel. This is another guy that had an outstanding game versus Mary Hardin Baylor. And if they're going to win this game, like I said before, you got to take away Braddock in the ground game and force Matt O'Connell to play MVP football. I like Mount Union in this ball game. When you look at a team that has done it time in, time out, they've been here before. This is like another game for these guys. And St. Thomas is a proud program as well, and they have a very good defense. So this will be a slugfest between two Division III powerhouses. But when I look at the offense, I look at a balanced attack. I look at these guys can play any style of game. So I like Mount Union to win the Division III National Championship.